Hello, my name is Trifunctional, and welcome back to the Dark and Light Season 2. In the last episode, we built this house, our little starter base, to get us going here. Since that last episode, I've got the inside kind of furnished out here. I have a larder box with tons of meat curing up, which the spoilage timers on the cured meat is... when it's still in this larder box, it's almost 20 days, so that's going to be plenty of food for us for a long time, which is awesome. Got a cooking pot, which I don't actually have any recipes to be able to use that yet, but that'll be good for once we can start making the like herbivore feed and the carnivore feed. Got a couple of mortar and pestles, got some storage, some refining forges. I do have some iron, and I got a whole bunch of copper in our workbench over here as well. I have a compost bin on the inside that I'm using to store rotten meat and grass because it greatly increases the spoilage timers on those items. And we're going to be using it to craft up our fertilizer for a farm coming up soon as well. Also have a reviving altar set up inside here, a little bit more storage, and a simple bed, which, if you notice, it's labeled Simul Bed. Yes, and if we come out back, we have our new best friend, our super awesome and amazing wolf. We named him Ghost. He was level 96. He's, before we tamed him up, he is now level 146. He is pretty quick. He does a decent amount of damage. It looks like 49 damage, if I could stop lagging. Alright, well, this is a bad example because I'm lagging so much. There, I finally killed him. Anyways, he does a decent amount of damage, and he gathers up tons of meat, fur, and hide. Running around on him without attacking, his stamina lasts for a long time. Again, he is fairly quick, and he has a decently high weight as well. He's at 422 weight, so he is definitely a good tame to have around. Now, he's going to be my primarily land travel for the time being. We do also want to tame up a stag so that we can have quick and easy grass collection. And we also want to tame up another boar so that we can get fungal spores for a farm. So we're going to be doing that in the very near future, possibly today. Now, we also want to get back to flying around, so we'll also be looking out for another Vrock so that we can take back to the skies. Now, as far as the plan for today, when I logged in, I had logged out with a Ghost inside of the house here, and when I logged in, he had fallen through the ceiling, and so he was halfway through the floor, and I wasn't able to ride him. I had to actually break the ceiling to get him out. And I have to break the wall to get him in and out of the house anyways, because unfortunately the wolves can't ride through doorways like he can with the boars and the stags. So another thing for the agenda today, or the two things for the agenda today, we're going to build a little bit of a kennel or a animal pen area outside so that we can keep our tames safe. And then we also want to build a little bit of a farm plot as well so that we can get started growing some of the red mushrooms so that we can get iron hook arrows going. We also want to be able to grow the shrubs and the other herbs and other plants so that we can get herbivore and carnivore food going as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with gathering up some resources, and then I'll be able to bring you back once we have the resources we need to get started building. Alright, so I have some triangle foundations made up. I think that's what I want to use for the farm plot that we set up and for the creature pen that we set up as well. I'm thinking kind of on this lower part, kind of closer to the creek over here, is where we will do the farming plot. Having it closer to the water makes sense to me. So I'm thinking what I want to try to do is kind of like a hexagon shape using the triangles here. And so let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Should I go 5 triangles wide, you think? Yeah, that's probably a good width. And, okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Oh, is this going to be gigantic? Should I have only gone 3 wide? Let's just see. I'm just trying to picture it. What if we change our mind and go just 3 wide with it? Let's go ahead and try that out real quick. So that would be there, and then there. And then that would mean that we would have one there and there. And then one there and there. Okay. And then one right there, right? This is a strange shape. It's not really a hexagon, I guess. But yeah, I think that'll be better. Not quite as gigantic as what I started with there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go with that size. And then I don't need this one, or this one, right? Right. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go this route. Now, one thing that I want to kind of try to do is I want to see if I can get a water reservoir like right in the middle maybe. Now, I know that it's not completely necessary to have the water reservoir because I'm going to have the intake connected right to the creek over there, but I think it might look nice if we had the water reservoir incorporated here. Can I place this like right in the middle here? And then place this on there? Yeah, I kind of like that. Now, can I place one of these? This is one of the spout things. Can I place it right there? I can. Is it working though, is the question. Let's go ahead and get some plots. I have 4 of these medium crop plots made up. Let's go ahead and place down some of these around the edges here. Let's place one there. Let's place one like right there. And one right there. Alright, not bad, not bad. And maybe, would it look weird if we put more in here? Yeah, maybe I'll make up some more and... Or maybe, what if I demolish this and then put the compost bins around in there? So we'll do something like, I want to make sure that it's straight. Something like that. So it's not that convenient. It's normally most convenient to have compost bins like right next to each other. But I don't know, this is kind of an interesting look, having them all spread out like this. Okay, so I placed that water spout inside of the water tank, but it's not saying that any of these plots are irrigated, which is unfortunate. I was hoping that would work. Let's go ahead and just see about getting... what do I have here? Okay. So it's not going to let me... Okay, let's demolish this real quick. what happened to that spout? Did it go like under the ground? Yeah, I have no idea where that spout went. Alright. Is it down underneath there? Let's demolish this real quick. Okay. So it broke that too. Huh. This is weird. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this sorted out real quick. And then I'll go ahead and bring you back. Alright, so welcome back, team. I've spent quite a bit of time collecting some resources. I actually got some large fertilizers made up here as well. They are really expensive. 500 grass each, 100 charcoal, 50 rotten meat, and 50 magic shards. And they take forever to craft up. Now, because they are so expensive, and I know that at the moment, the fertilizer rates are pretty high. Like, we're going to burn through these fertilizers pretty quickly. So I'm thinking we're going to just focus on one plot for now. Just make sure that we have at least one plot actually growing with the mushrooms. Now, rather than taming a boar to get the fungal spores, because the only way that I'm aware of to get the fungal spores is to have a boar harvest, like, grass or different plants in the area. Rather than going out and taming another boar, I just went over and borrowed Great White's boar that looks like he tamed up today. So I got a fungal spore that way. So let's go ahead and put it into this crop plot. And just by starting with the one fungal spore, we'll actually gain more over time. Because as it grows, it'll produce more fungal spores, and as we're able to make up more fertilizer, we'll be able to spread out to the other crop plots that we laid down as well. So now we have the fungal spore in the medium crop plot here. We have it irrigated. We have tons of fertilizer in there, about 1.8 million fertilizer. Now, like I said, that's going to go down pretty quick, but hopefully that'll be enough that it won't disappear overnight while I'm logged out. So, we've accomplished growing some mushrooms, so that'll be exciting for the future. We'll be able to make up some iron hook arrows and get some better tames. I know I did recently unlock the panther saddle, so I'd like to get the iron hook arrows going so that we can get some a panther tame going. Now, I did just see a skeleton in the distance there. I have a ton of building items on me, so I'm overweight, so I don't want to go fight him at the moment, but there must be a spot somewhere over there where a meteor lands, because I was tabbed out of the game earlier before I started recording, and there was a skeleton over here attacking me, so I didn't think that there were any meteor drops nearby this area. That's part of the reason why I chose this area, because I thought it was going to be safe, but we're just going to have to keep an eye on that and make sure that we don't let them come and kill us while we're AFK or kill our tames. Now, the next thing I want to work on, though, is I want to set up a beast pen here. So we're going to go with a similar hexagonal type of pattern. So let's go ahead and start maybe like right here. That looks like a good spot. Now, I spent a long time collecting tons of wood and crafting up tons of these wood triangle foundations and the spiked barrier walls, because I wanted to level up my woodworking before starting this build so that we can use the beast gate. And I haven't played around with this. Oh, whoops. Okay. I thought I was casting the Rune of Light, but apparently I cast the Rune of Recall. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I knew that having the... See, if you press Alt, you switch between the two hotbars, and I have them both on equals. And I thought that I had pressed Alt before I pressed equals, but I wasn't paying attention. I knew that if I had those both on the same spot, I was going to do that at some point. Luckily, I wasn't in an area where this is too detrimental. It just means that I have to spend the time to head back to the base. Let's go ahead and just crouch real quick here and gain back our stamina. And every time you go out of crouch, now they have switched it so that crouch and a directional button is the way to roll, or one way to roll anyways. So now every time I go out of crouch when I'm in a hurry, I do a little bit of a roll. I get out of the crouching position in style, one might say. Alright, well, while we're getting our stamina up, let's go ahead and eat some apples, get our food up as well. Alright. Yep, let's go ahead and roll out of that crouch. And so this kind of shows you where our base is located. I just took the back exit out of town there, across that one bridge, and now these two bridges, and we are back at our base. Okay, so let's go ahead and cast our Rune of Light, which is what I meant to do in the first place, just so that we can shed some light on the situation, see what we're doing when we're working in the shadows here. Okay. That wasn't embarrassing at all. Alright, so what are we doing here? We are building up a beast pen. Now, this is the beast gate. So this is the size that we're looking at. So I'm thinking about that wide is probably good for the one side of the pen here. And let's go ahead and just go into... Oh, whoops. Okay. That's a problem. So, what number was it? It was number 6. Okay. So, if we go into this mode, let's just kind of take a look at where we're positioning this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm wondering if I do this, if I'm not going to be able to place down... Okay, let's place down a foundation over here, because I don't want to get myself into a position where I can't place the foundation because it's obstructed. So, yeah. Okay, now we can get back into placing down our gate. Let's go ahead and do one of these guys. Oh, a little bit of some rolling action there. Alright, so we're going to need to turn it a little bit. A little bit this way. And that's looking pretty good. Let's just make sure that we have it even on the sides as well. Alright, let's do it. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Alright. I hope that was the right way, because, I don't know, it looks like the right way to me. Let's put the door in there, too. Alright, which way is this going to open? It does open out. Nice. So it looks like we got it placed in there the right way. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 foundations on every side. So let's go ahead and repeat that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna do a hexagon with this build as well, and then I have the spiked walls made up that we're going to use for the outside, and I'm hoping that will give us the protection we need. I don't think that I'm going to put a roof on this beast pen, because I don't really see any flyers in this area. Wait. It won't let me place the spike walls on these triangle ones? Are you serious? I made up like hundreds of these spike walls. Can I place like normal walls on it? I can. Okay, that is ridiculous. Well, we'll place our doorway right there anyways. I cannot believe that it's not gonna let me place these spike walls on the triangle foundations. Alright, well, that just means it looks like I'm gonna have to do some grinding to make up some normal walls for this. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not gonna put a roof on it because I don't see too many flyers in the area. I'm just gonna go about 3 walls high all the way around, I think, and leave it open to the sky. So let me go ahead and get this built up, and then I will go ahead and bring you back and show you the finished product. Team, I learned something about the wall spikes. So apparently you have to have the, whoops, a little bit of a little roll action there. But apparently you have to have the wall placed first, and then you can place the wall spikes on top of it. So yeah, it does look like all of those wall spikes that I made up. Well, I won't be able to use all of them because I made way too many. It was totally worth it to unlock that beast gate though. But yes, it does look like I'll be able to go ahead and put some spikes around the pen like I had originally planned here. So let's go ahead and just do this quick. It won't take us too terribly long. While I'm doing this, I don't know if I talked about it. I did end up using the irrigation pipe leading to the creek over there, and then I have the water jug thing, water tank suspended up on a vertical pipe, and then our little water tap down in the floor here, and it is irrigating all of the plots that we have around here. This is my little path over to the creek for the water intake. So it's a nice little farming plot for our mushroom needs. Let's go ahead and finish placing these guys. Just 9 more to go. And I do think that 3 high is a good height. Like I was saying in the last clip, I haven't seen any flying creatures in this area. What is that up there? Do you see? Here, let me take out my bow so I can zoom in a little bit. Do you see what I'm looking at up there? There's flying stags and longhorns with fire around. I was about to end the episode, but I think we're going to need to go investigate that. Alright, so this is a nice beast pen area though, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a door over there so that I can just get in from the back, and then we will have the large beast gate, large simple beast gate for getting the dinos or the tames in and out. Let's go investigate the flying creatures. Oh, now there's a building there. Okay, so it might have just been a rendering issue. Alright, so it's one of those like relic things that have like stair steps leading up. Now I'm not sure if this is one that the giant dragons land at. I know that the other ones that I have noticed have had giant dragons carrying like a structure underneath them land at them, and I'm assuming that it's some sort of transportation system so that you can get around the map faster. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. If I see any of those large dragons come over here and land, I'll try to get it on camera so that we can take a trip and see where it leads us. But yeah, we did quite a bit today. We got our mushroom farming area set up. We got our beast pen area thing set up. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, go ahead and smack that like button for me. If you're new and you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can see the future Dark and Light content to come. And go ahead and hit the bell notification icon as well so that you don't miss anything and you can be a part of the notification squad. But I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you on the flip side.